Oh, hi there. Oh, don't, don't worry. It's just me. It's just little old me. Nothing to worry about. How are you all doing tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the first ever installment of Q&A on a random topic with a special guest. Today, we will be discussing viewer-posted questions for our resident Poke-Expert Professor Deadpool.
What's up, motherfucker?
How you doing?
Doing.
Thank you for coming out.
Big snorting coca. Coca candy, sorry.
Poke candy?
Yeah. Especially the Pikachu, it's kind of shocking. Be careful of that Eevee candy, though. Goes all sorts of different ways.
Could have a real bad trip, huh?
Never know which side of the elemental spectrum you'll end up on.
Oh,
Sorry, stuck to the mask.
it's good that you actually bring up Poke candy because we have some questions involving Poke candy today.
I'm good at answering questions.
And this is from all your fans and viewers. They've sent in a panel, and we've gone through and well, we printed out the few questions we actually received.
You printed things?
Well,
Stop the presses.
we looked at it and wrote it down.
Oh.
We can't afford a printer.
Oh, well, it happens. We're gonna work on that budget.
I hope so.
You hear it here.
Give me money. No.
Well, later, yeah. Or not.
All right, so why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself really quick before we get into your Pokemon history? I'm sure a lot of your fans don't realize how inundated you really truly are.
Well, most people don't realize that I, in fact, am the sole creator, inventor, and/or at least inspiration for the Pokeball. If you haven't noticed, my infinity symbol has been all sorts of places in my different outfits, and to incorporate with this lovely mask of mine.
You talking about this?
And yeah, right here. If you put a little circle right in the middle of that, what do you get?
That would look like a Pokeball.
Yeah, very similar, little shine marks and everything, because it would be normally around. This is where it all comes from. Deadpool is the magic that makes it happen.
Are you saying Game Freak, Nintendo,
Well, they needed something all-powerful to contain their pocket monsters in.
so they robbed you?
Kind of.
Did you get a kickback?
No, I just go steal their Pikachus from time to time.
That makes sense.
And I get sneak peeks at Jessie.
Pikachu's. Do you have a special affinity for the Pikachu's or what?
Well, they would make excellent butt plugs, but they are a little big. So I go for the Pichus. They're a little bit more shocking anyway.
That would give them a really short lifespan, wouldn't it?
They're kind of small on lifespans anyway. They'll never ride you.
That wasn't good.
No. That's okay. I'll beat myself for it later with an Onyx. Maybe a Steelix.
I recommend the Sand Slash.
Sorry, now's not the time.
So, without further ado, let's get into this little Q&A session.
Like a hidden move.
All right. Now, Marcus from Illinois has sent a question.
It's Marcus.
Are people Pokemon?
Is this based off the show or the game? Marcus, is this based off the show or the game? Why aren't you answering me? He's still not answering me.
There's no one actually there.
No, I'm talking to Marcus here. He clearly isn't paying attention.
We're filming. That's just a camera.
Not him. Nope. He's just sitting there twiddling his fucking thumbs. Anyways, my guess is that we could be Pokemon. I mean, all in all, Ash gets burnt, Brock gets burnt, Misty nearly gets drowned. People get electrocuted left and right in Pokemon. It wouldn't make sense that people could be murdered so egregiously without dying. On top of that, I mean, how many little kids that are 10 years old that can carry 50-pound birds in their arms without breaking a sweat? If Ash is not a Pokemon, then he is a beast.
You know, that's actually, I believe, a fair assessment. I never thought of it that way before.
I mean, think about it. People can fall off cliffs, be crushed by buildings, be electrocuted nearly to death by swarms of Pokemon.
A giant, what is it? What was that? A Tangela?
Tentacruel?
Tentacruel.
Yeah. In the
So-
opening sequence of the first series, breaking down buildings and stuff. I believe those are the Twin Towers that may have been spoilers.
Moving on. Douglas from Oregon asks, what Pokemon do you wish you were?
Ditto. Because then I could be anything, anywhere, baby. Oh, yeah. Now, my question about
I don't
Ditto-
think we really need to know anymore about what you'd want to be.
Well, they asked. Inquired mind was wanted to know. I had to give an answer. Not only that, but my question is if the Ditto can breed with nearly anything, how does that work? I mean, if you turn into a dude because you're with a dude, how do you breed with another dude? Vice versa. If you're a chick Pokemon and you Ditto it and become a chick Pokemon, how does that work?
So I always looked at it as like, sort of like an amoeba being that consumed-ish, copied, released, and then split.
Oh, okay, but they copy the shape of anything they take shape of.
Right, but then it wouldn't have to breed because it would already have your genetic data and became you, right? And then split. And then they could just go do it again to anything else, you know? Blah, blah.
That's just strange.
You're
Which is why I want to be a Ditto.
strange.
I want to feel other Pokemon inside me.
All right.
It makes me happy.
Juan from Quebec asks, what's better, a Bulbasaur or a Charizard?
Is that a serious question?
Maybe he meant Charmeleon. Maybe he was asking about opening Pokemon.
Charmander?
Charmander.
Well, lots of people like lizards. Not a lot of people like plants, but a lot of people like to smoke plants. Maybe they didn't want them both together. You know, like the Charmander to start your fire, and you'd have the Bulbasaur to keep you in the green. He'd raise and leave me anytime. You know what I'm saying?
No.
No?
I mean, I don't know what you're saying.
Oh, well, that blows.
So which one's better?
Oh, which one's better? Well, what do you like, plants or lizards?
Well, I'm sorry, in my humble opinion, I mean, the Charizard, or whatever evolution it might be at, is fire,
Yeah.
and the Bulbasaur is plant.
Right, well, Bulbasaur normally being an opening evolution, I wouldn't go with that. I'd go with the Charizard for sure. Plus, it's got a bigger fire on its tail.
Okay.
And I could fly on it potentially, even though they're only like 8 feet tall, which is kind of strange.
And then this is a sub-question from Juan from Quebec. Who would win, Entei or Mega Blastoise?
Well, that's a good question. It would really depend on the trainers, or which one was the wild Pokemons, or which one I had on my team.
Well,
I would choose the
you
Blastoise.
can't go Mega in the wild.
No, normally, no. No.
I mean, can you at all?
No, not normally. It requires the bond between the trainer and the Pokemon.
Yeah. Now, but the Entei is a legendary, right?
I believe. Last I checked. Might not be anymore. Poke things change.
Are legendary ever beaten by things below Mega?
Well, yeah. I mean, think about it back to the first games and stuff. The legendaries were like the Zapdos and the Articuno and...
Oh, and you beat them with regular Pokemon. So then, yeah, Mega Blastoise would definitely take it. Especially when it's water against a fire, right?
Not only that, but, you know, it had to have been trained to the level with its trainer to reach the Mega level. I'd vote Blastoise. I like Blastoise. Team Blastoise. It's not red, but it's so cool.
Alright, here we go. Tessa from Rio says, what's your favorite Eevee evolution? Evolution.
Well, this has nothing to do with their candies, so we're not going to talk about which kind I like to snort. Anyways, my favorite evolution, I gotta say I like them all. Personally, I like Eevees on their own because they're so soft and furry.
Like a nice little gerbil or hamster?
Oh, yeah. I can fit them between each of my armpits simultaneously. Seriously, have you ever tried it? Don't knock it before you try it, I'm telling you.
No. Pokemon aren't real. I mean, of course I haven't tried it.
According to this kid, Pokemon aren't real. Have you ever had a ball pit full of Eevees? That's my idea of a good time. Oh yeah, 6 hours straight, buddy. You wish you could. Don't deny it. They know who I'm talking to.
I'm feeling kind of dirty.
You can wash off with Vaporeon later.
Who? Oh my gosh. All right. So, this one comes from Christina, who is
Finally, more chicks.
visiting in Amsterdam, and she asks, what is the most sexually appealing Pokemon?
Wow. Sexually appearing. Well, it can't be the Gardevoir one because everybody claims that that's their waifu. It's normally based off of a dude, which is fine for some folk, but I don't find that to be the most sexually appealing. Probably Sakuleto. I hope I pronounced that right, but it's the My Little Pony of Pokemon. It's got rainbows and horns and magical goodness.
Just like Rainbow Dash.
But a Pokemon. It fits in my balls. I only use great balls on Kaleido.
How did you become a professor? Where did you go to school?
Oh, I have my PhD, my DEH, and my CIA. I got them all in the same year.
From where?
University of Oregon. I think that was some of the places on one of the lists, right? That's a real place, right?
U of O? Yeah, sure. Go Ducks.
That or Florida, I can't remember. One of those shaped places.
Right.
Not Pallet Town, though.
So this one
Not Pallet Town.
comes from Terrence from Ontario,
Change your name.
asking, why can't I beat the water gym level with my Charmander?
Because you're too busy looking at... Wait, with your Charmander?
Yes.
So he's not just looking at Misty.
I did.
Dude, wait,
just
a
have a question.
Charmander? Against the... Really? Like, tell him to go catch a Bellsprout or something and involve that. Like, a Caterpie would be better at this point. What are you doing? Who taught you to play? I don't know. My advice is get other Pokemon other than your Charmander to go fight against Misty and probably stop trying to look up her short shorts. That might help. Maybe go for one of her sisters. They're older and slightly more legal. True fact. You can't even deny it.
All right. Moving on. Jenny from Australia asks,
This is an officer unity?
there's no, dude, Pokemon's not real.
This guy still thinks Pokemon isn't real. Like Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny.
Now, Jenny from Australia asks, would you rather do Joy or Jenny?
Wait. Does she have a picture?
No, there's no picture.
Well, I don't know what kind of Jenny she is. Honestly, I'm more into the pink hair, but I'd rather do both. I would like combine them or see if I could fit them both into each balls.
Why, people, do you ask these questions?
Honestly, though, Nurse Joy, she can heal my balls anytime. Anytime. I swear the Poke Center's there for me, not other people.
All right, Vicky from New York asks,
It's a good place. Nice food. Mean
wh-
people.
why badges?
What do you mean? Why do girls have badges, or why are they called badges?
Why badges?
Oh, in Pokemon. Wow. I thought I knew pretty much everything. That I don't actually have a reason.
I don't fully understand the question myself.
Well, in Pokemon, you gotta have the badges so that you go on to beat the Elite Four. That's how their whole system works, right?
Is she asking why badges in the first place?
Yeah, like, that's always eluded me. Like, why badges? They're not like ranks or anything of actual importance or anything.
Well, they prove that you've beaten this gym. They prove they've beaten you.
Yeah, but look at
They prove you as a gym victor rather than not a gym victor. So they put you into a new tier of competition.
I get that, and I get that it allows you to raise
respect.
valuable Pokemon.
It's respect.
I understand that, but why? You could have done that with so many other things. They could have power rings. They could have had a power bracelet. Look at Legend of Zelda. You know, you could have had a shield, a sword. You could have a sword that helped you command Pokemon. How much cooler would that be? And then you could stab your opponent.
I think that violates what a lot of Pokemon is structured around.
Well,
Not everything can be answered with a sword.
that's not true.
I'm telling you, not everything can be answered with a sword. You
A
just
sword
don't
and a
know.
couple-
No, you're wrong.
No,
You're wrong.
I can't be wrong here.
You're wrong.
A sword and a couple of balls.
Swords don't make things better.
They always make things better.
So, moving on.
Why can't you evolve Pokemon with swords? There's a Pokemon that's made of a sword, kind of.
Moving on. For real, Megamind from Sweden. Megamind. Come on.
It's got numbers on it.
Megamind asks, can you help me unearth my Diglett?
If I did, I might have to kill you. Plus, you don't want to see what's underneath all the dirt. And that just begs the question, if he wants his Diglett unearthed, what about whatever evolves into Dodrio? That's 3 times the unearthing. It's like a triple threat all at once.
All right.
I can see the wheels in your head faking.
So, Ricardo from California asks, what? Come on, people. Would you rather do a Jinx or a Lopunny?
A Nicki Minaj or a Playboy Bunny? I'd go with the low bunny. I've seen enough Nicki Minaj in my day. They asked, I'm giving on them.
Oh my God.
This?
What is wrong with these people?
They're my fans. I love them all.
All right. So our friend who asked about beating the water gym level with his Charmander would like to know why Gyarados keeps beating his Torchic.
Does this guy not know type advantages? Tell him, can you send the response back to this kid? Just Google search Pokemon type advantages, like fire gets beat by water, kind of like in real life. If you dump a bunch of fire on the water, it dies. Or if
Dump
we,
a bunch of water on fire, you mean?
yeah.
Okay. You said dump fire on water.
Well, that's fun too.
I mean, if it's napalm, it wins.
hmm It's like holding a human underwater though until the bubbles stop. Eventually they don't come back.
That's Charmander.
It happens.
Okay.
You ever drown a lizard?
No.
No?
Have you?
Well, it may have asked me to. There was good reasons.
Lizards can't talk.
Not the ones that are from here, or around here. Have you ever been to New York?
Yes.
Or Japan?
No.
Okay, well, in Japan, they can talk. You don't know that I'm wrong.
You're right. I don't. But I'm pretty sure.
You can't prove a thing. Somebody back me up here. Send me a picture of a talking lizard.
Alright.
From Japan, preferably.
London Lemmy. London Lemmy, really? London Lemmy asks, is Oak Ash's father?
That'd be interesting. That'd be like the light side version of Darth Vader, you know, with Luke at the beginning.
Anakin?
Yeah, but not really. With him being older. Like, without the Darth Vader setup.
So Obi-Wan.
He'd be like light side Vader.
Obi-Wan and Luke.
Sort of.
Because Obi-Wan was always like a light side Vader.
Alexis? Who's Alexis?
You are Alexis.
Oh. Alright. I dig it. Now, is he his father? I don't think so. I think Ash is a little bit young, or Oak's a little bit old to be his father. If you've seen Ash's mom from the show, she's still a pretty young looking gal.
Well, no, I thought all of that was due to the very first episode of Pokemon.
I think it's Giovanni.
Giovanni?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Leader of the 8th gym. the head of Team Rocket, the guy who helps create Mewtwo. That guy. He's kind of a badass, and look at Ash. He gets the one wish in all of Pokemon due to Ho-Oh, and he gets badges even without defeating gym leaders and all sorts of stuff. Not only is he a broken main character with a giant plot hammer, if you know what I mean, but he also defeats all the gym leaders.
Plot armor, that's for sure.
Yeah, plot hammer. He has it all, plus he's got Misty and Brock. And Brock sees everything through tiny slits of cardboard, I'm fairly sure. And Misty never goes beyond the age of like 14, which is odd. A lot of people were hoping that would change, never did. I know, I'm sad with you people. And those were some short shorts, what the hell, Japan? Anyway, speaking of Japan and talking lizards.
Our friend Jenny from Australia has another question for you.
Oh boy. I like Jenny.
I can't believe this. Would you rather do Misty or Jessie?
Oh, that is harsh. Are you talking about modern day in each of their universes, respectively? Because Jessie's the only one that's even close to legal.
Don't look at me. I didn't ask the question.
I mean, all in all, I'd rather have a threesome. But then James would want to be involved, and that would just be weird.
Well, James is kind of a girl.
Only in that one episode whenever he has boobs.
I mean, at the same time, you could just pretend and just, in the ass.
No, I'm not into that. I've tried that a few times. Not good. No. Nope, don't
just
like
pitch,
it.
no catch.
No. It's still. No. Hurt. Lots of. It grows back, but no.
Don't even want to know about that.
Still not comfortable.
All right. And.
But I'd Misty or Jessie anytime. Or Jessie or Missy. I don't know.
Why? Why didn't you get this before you asked all these questions and got this far in whatever game you were playing? Our friend with the Charmander and the Torchic wants to know why he can't beat Articuno with his Blaziken and wants to know if you have any advice.
Actually, I have some great advice this time around. I need you to go to your tool shed or maybe a toolbox and find yourself a hammer of some kind, and I need you to repeatedly beat yourself in the head with it until that you understand that fire puts out water. And
water puts out fire. You're backwards.
Fire puts out water. Shh. After this kid gets hit in the head with a hammer a few times, this will make more sense to him. Fire puts out water, and then it'll work out okay. Okay? Okay. Yeah. Nobody stop that kid. Especially his friend over there. This kid has friends?
Dude, it's a camera. All you can see is you and me.
No. He sees me. He sees me. I see him. You don't understand. It's just how it is.
You're right.
I usually am.
Okay.
No more questions?
Maria
Oh, we do have more
from
questions.
Puebla, Mexico, asks,
Sounds like a food.
would you lick a tongue my Tangela?
Wait, yours or hers?
Hers.
Oh, well. In that case, sure, but I'd probably leave you paralyzed. Because
STDs.
because Lick actually causes paralysis in the Pokemon world. But Lickitung can't learn Lick, which is kind of ironic. At least in first gen, anyway. It doesn't make any sense. So that would technically be impossible, but if I did, it would definitely be paralyzed. That's...
Alright, now, this one comes from Trey in Oregon. And he's asking, is Pokemon candy Poke cannibalism?
That or Poke drugs, whatever it is, it's fantastic. And whoever came up with it, I need to French kiss.
I think the question is in regards to a Pokemon consuming Poke candy.
Oh, well, honestly, they don't explain that very well. That's kind of the strange thing is you send all the Pokemon off in Pokemon Go, and in return you get candy. But all in all, it could be Poke cannibalism. I guess it's not if the humans are or like me. If I'm eating the candy, then it wouldn't be. That wouldn't be Poke.
I guess it goes back to question one, doesn't it?
Yeah. Now, if humans are in fact Pokemon, then maybe I'm a Poke cannibalist. I don't feel bad about this.
I forgive you.
I don't feel bad. Don't feel bad at all. I kind of like the taste of Pokemon being ground up into a small dust.
Okay, we have 2 questions left.
Just two.
And this next one is from our fire friend. Should I skip it?
No, let's see what he has to say.
I mean, seriously, I've read it. Should I skip it?
Go ahead. Let's see if the hammer damage hasn't kicked in already.
Why can't my Charmander swim?
Because if its tail goes out, then it dies. Are you trying to kill your Charmander?
That's Poke abuse, and we are sending Officer Jenny over to your house.
Indeed. And
We're sending 13 Officer Jennys over to your house, and not to have a good time.
That's not okay. We're gonna have to have Nurse Jenny heal your balls after the time.
Nurse Joy.
Nurse Joy. Wow, I am all sorts of backwards today. I shouldn't have drank so much of that, neurotoxin. Ugh.
You ready?
Huh?
One question left.
Oh yeah, we're here. I might have to cut half of that off later.
A Nani Mouse, who I'm assuming is our friend from earlier, asks, will you wibble my Wobbuffet?
Why not? That's the predecessor to Wobbuffet, the why not?
Wobbuffet is a evolve. Oh, I never knew that.
Believe it or not, yeah.
Alright, I got a Poke question for you.
I've got to poke your question.
Deadpool. May I call you Deadpool?
That works for now. For
Alright.
now.
Here's my question. If a Slowbro, or a Slowbro evolves into a Slowpoke, right?
Slowpoke,
Slowpoke.
Slowking.
Slowpoke, Slowbro. And that's just because a Shelder bites its tail?
Indeed.
Alright.
But the Slowpoke tails can also be cut off and eaten by humans or Poke-humans.
So what if what does a Shelder evolve into?
I believe it's a cloister that actually bites onto its tail.
A Cloyster.
Yeah.
And then the Cloyster evolves into a...
Yeah, Shelder, Cloister, Slowpoke, Slowbro.
So Cloyster doesn't have any higher... Can it become a Mega Cloyster?
It kind of looks like a mega vagina.
Can it become a Mega Cloyster? If it gets a special bond with its...
No, unfortunately.
All right. So what if a Cloyster bit a Mega Blastoise's tail? Would it enhance the Mega Blastoise?
I think it would just piss it off, to be honest.
You don't think that could add?
No, because in the case of the Slowbro, the way that it enhances it is because the toxins from the cloister actually seep into the Slowpoke, which causes it to somehow become more powerful. Blastoise, on the other hand, it doesn't have any kind of poison resistance or anything in its timeline that leads to poison, or in its moveset for that matter. I would have to say the Blastoise would just get pissed off.
All right.
Also, if you remove the Pokemon from the Slowbro, it actually goes back to becoming a Slowpoke.
What if
It devolves. It's one of the few Pokemon that can do that.
What if you had one of those? You know how in the Pokemon world, sometimes in a Pokemon species, there can be a massively giant version.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
like the Dragonite from the opening sequence, that one episode with the lighthouse.
Yeah. Due to Ghastly and his illusion powers and stuff. Yeah.
What if a giant Venonat evolved into a giant Venomoth and a Cloyster bit that tail?
I don't think that would work, but you would basically have a Pokemon world version of like Mothra.
Right? You'd have to get.
You'd need like a giant Dragonite, like in the opening, to have like a Godzilla Mothra Poke Battle spinoff, Poke Ballathon. That might work. You could have like a spin-off movie.
Alright. What
I
if?
would watch it. I'd probably watch it twice for masturbating with unicorns, but...
What if you put a Jinx in a 3-year, super intensive martial combat training program and put a Deadpool mask on it and gave it 2 swords and 13 guns?
I don't think that's enough. I see where you're going with this.
All right.
I don't think Nicki Minaj could ever be that badass though.
Why do you keep saying Nicki Minaj?
That's the nickname for the Jinx Pokemon. People
Nicki
online.
Minaj doesn't look anything like Jinx.
Have you seen a picture of Nicki Minaj standing there with her mouth open?
Any?
Yeah, there you go.
No. No. Jinx obviously weighs like 50 times as much as Nicki Minaj. She's like,
Maybe.
except for her ass. Nicki Minaj is a eater.
But that evens it out.
No, man. I think that's doing a detraction on Jinx.
Maybe. Jinx is an ice type, so
I thought Jinx was a psychic type.
ice psychic.
You're ice psychic.
My eyes are psychic.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our Q&A session with Deadpool. If you have any future questions of any sort of randomness, send them our way. Deadpool will answer them.
Maybe. If they're no more from that fire kid though. No more from that fire kid. That's enough.
Especially that fire kid. I'll send you a check. Oh, you want to show the new poster?
This is a portrait of me, along with my all-new line of Deadpool wear. I have this shirt that I also modeled for, both modeled after the real deal, after enhancement. As you can see, kind of like the Pokeball if you flip it horizontally.
Can you flip horizontally?
Yes, but off screen.
Yeah. Seriously, if you like this, hit that little, and then subscribe. And then binge, share it until you die with everyone else. And then resurrect yourself and come back.
Like zombie cancer.
Comment on a question, any of any variety, of any genre that you would like Deadpool to answer.
And I will answer it.
Yes, yeah, and he will. He will. That's why I pay him.
I'm paid?
You're paid.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I need to buy more beer.
You're paid in beer.
Oh. Well, that works out pretty well then.
Yeah.
Gotta get me some of that poke candy though. My nose is running a little dry.
Yeah. Let us know what you thought. Down below. You. Down below, dude. Down below. Oh, I love you guys. Peace out.